In this short video, I will demonstrate how to use information from a library database article and a quality web resource in a research assignment in MLA style. Properly integrating sources into an assignment is one of the ways students can demonstrate academic honesty and earn a higher grade. The video includes how to add and cite direct and indirect quotes from resources listed on the Works Cited page, examples of signal phrases to introduce each quote, and example comments that connect the direct and indirect quotes back to the topic sentence and thesis statement. My thesis for this example assignment is that reusing plastic waste in construction is one solution for excess waste. I have found two resources about using plastic waste in concrete and listed them on my Works Cited page. One is an article from EBSCO's Academic Search Complete Library Database, and the other is a quality web resource from the Ohio Department of Transportation. One section of my paper could be about using plastic in concrete. My topic sentence for that paragraph might be, concrete is another construction material that researchers have explored as a possible solution for plastic waste. The article from EBSCO's Academic Search Complete Library Database has evidence that I want to include to support this topic sentence. In this case, I wanted to use the following words from the article and put them in quotation marks to show that they were copied. Quote, imparts valuable properties such as lightweight, as well as thermal and acoustic insulation. This makes concrete containing plastics a material that is well suited for non-structural and lightweight elements within construction projects, end quote. In my paragraph, I introduced the quote using a signal phrase with the authors Odo et al. I kept the quotation marks around the exact words I copied and included the page number at the end in parentheses before the period. So, I supported my topic sentence and the thesis with the following direct quote. In a recent study, Odo et al. Found that plastic waste, quote, imparts valuable properties such as lightweight as well as thermal and acoustic insulation. This makes concrete containing plastics a material that is well suited for non-structural and lightweight elements within construction projects, end quote, parentheses 14, in parentheses, period. I followed up with an indirect quote that summed up additional information from the next page of the article on the need for more research. However, more research is needed to test the best mixture of plastics to concrete before this method becomes a practical solution. Parentheses, Odo et al. 15, in parentheses, period. This time I included the authors and the page number in the parentheses at the end of the sentence before the period. I did not need to use quotation marks because I summarized the information in my own words. In this case, I am showing the audience that I have considered contradictory evidence that may not support my position. Odo et al. Is a short form of the authors of the EBSCO article listed on my Works Cited page. Including the authors with direct and indirect quotes lets the audience know where to find the information for that source on the Works Cited page. I should always connect direct and indirect quotes back to my topic sentence and thesis. In this case, I follow the quotes from this source with the sentence. By carefully testing different mixtures of concrete and plastic, researchers are getting closer to figuring out how to use plastic waste in concrete. Now, this is not necessarily all the evidence I need to provide or everything that I might say on the subject, but this gives you an idea of how to get started. The other resource on my Works Cited page is from the Ohio Department of Transportation. I will use Curry et al. To identify the authors of the source in my direct and indirect quotes. For the Curry et al. Study, I summed up one of the major points discussed in the conclusion of the report. For this indirect quote, I included the authors Curry et al. And the page number inside the parentheses before the period. Parentheses Curry et al. 7, in parentheses, period. This tells the audience that my full information for the source is on my works cited page under the last name query. I also connected the indirect quote back to the topic sentence and thesis statement with a follow-up comment. Need more help with direct and indirect quotes in your research assignments? Contact a writing tutor during business hours at 270-901-1171 or scan the QR code to the right to access our Ask page at skyctc.cc/ASK.